February 2025, I recorded a video about me just quitting my job in the UK with the plans of leaving for good. Now, that video got roughly 100,000 views, and this is kind of like a 1-year anniversary of me sharing my story. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts of that 1-year journey. So maybe you can learn from it yourself if you are planning to leave the UK, and yeah, just kind of take the good and the bad bits from it. So when I first recorded my video a year ago, it was just purely for me to look back on, and I just thought, you know what, I'll put it on YouTube because if other people could relate, then yeah, somehow that got a lot of traction, and yeah, a lot of people could relate, not surprisingly now, but at the time, as someone who doesn't really check the news and keep up to date with social kind of trends, it was a very big sticking point, and it still is. I'm not going to share the stats because I don't want to go down all that route. I've done it in previous videos, but essentially I had no backup plan, no safety net, roughly 30 to 40,000 pounds worth of debt, and since then, I've travelled or lived in North Macedonia, Albania, Paraguay, and now we are in Argentina, which, let me quickly show you the streets, just to give you an idea of what I'm walking on. So yeah, this is Buenos Aires, Argentina, which is a very cool place. I really do like it here. It's up there with Skopje, North Macedonia for me personally. Yeah, and I won't go into too much reasons why, but long story short, it's got that European vibe, but that Spanish Latin twang to it, if that makes sense. And yeah, cost of living here is very good. The weather is very good. It's summertime here, as they're in the southern hemisphere. So yeah, a very good place to come and visit for sure if you're thinking of leaving the UK for good. And if you've got like online income, there's some good visa options. But anyway, that's not that type of video. This video is all about my experiences over the year, so you can learn from. It's definitely not a motivational video for sure, put it that way. There's no rags to riches story in this. It's just more of like the realism of what's actually happened, and yeah, we'll go from there. So anyway, let's go. So when I first recorded the last video, it was just a moment of, I wouldn't say being brave, but more so just I was fed up of the UK. In a nutshell, I just could not see myself living there in terms of the lifestyle, the cost of living, just didn't feel home, even though it's where I was born and raised, but I wanted a bit more adventure and things like that. Anyway, I'll leave like a little thingy here, you can go click on it if you're new to this channel, just so you can kind of see my thoughts at the time when I was walking around the UK, just yeah, sharing my thoughts. And I was clear on what I didn't want, which was I didn't want to be in a country that was cold, that was, I suppose, restrictive in a mental sense. And yeah, I was just at the time very unclear on what I was building, or in terms of my life, income, relationships and whatever, and yeah, that mattered because I needed some sort of resets. And the first place that we went to was North Macedonia, which, oh my gosh, it was honestly like we thought it was going to be really bad, but it exceeded our expectations, and I'm really glad that that was our first destination, because it gave us the real clarity, the stillness, the steadiness to really figure out what we want to do. And you can't do that in an environment like the UK where you're always under some sort of stress, whether it's financial stress. I mean, I'm being dramatic here, but even just social stress as well. So when you have your own space and when you go somewhere quiet, you can really think and be free in kind of planning your life. So that's one thing I'd say is if you're going to go somewhere that you can have no distractions in a way. But it's also still somewhere that has things to do, so when you are bored, you can, I mean, what's the word? Yeah, you can just go and enjoy yourself. So yeah, North Macedonia is a great shout for sure for those who are looking to get out of the UK to start with. Yeah, again, I don't want to get their face on it, but yeah, there's a guy there, I'm not sure if you can see, he's looking in the bin. He doesn't look particularly, you know, doesn't look particularly kind of like a drug addict or anything. People here, there's a lot of people on the streets, unfortunately, because they just don't have the money. You know, they've got shoes, they've got, you know, nice clothes, but just have to look through bins for either food or something to sell, which is really sad for a place like Argentina, which, you know, I believe used to be one of the top kind of economic superpowers in the world. Not too long ago either. So it just goes to show how quite crazy a country can change. And that's kind of given me kind of a food for thought in terms of the UK. You know, we know how quickly things have changed just in terms of socially, but economically, there's not good things coming out, which, yeah, anyway, we're not going to go down that. It's more about my story rather than slating the UK, which I'm trying to get away from after this video. So you'll see less content about me dissing the UK or criticising the UK. And don't get me wrong, the UK is great. Still a great country, still great people, great systems, great kind of stability for most people. But for me, just wasn't the case. So let me see where I want to go here. Yeah, actually, let me show you again where I am. So yeah, like really nice roads here. Compared to Paraguay, where I've just come from, this is a lot more civilized, if that's the right word, in terms of the streets and the paths, and people are less friendly here than they are Paraguay, if I'm being really honest. But yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm in an area which is about half an hour drive away from the city center of Argentina, Buenos Aires. But yeah, this is like where the real people, yeah, where the real people live. I'm going to turn around just because, again, I don't like, there's another homeless guy there, and I don't like kind of putting my £400 camera in people's faces when they have little to nothing. I don't think it's fair. And also for my own safety too, probably not a good thing. Even though it's in the morning, there's nothing that's going to happen. But again, this is just what I'm thinking right now. But yeah, in terms of to, I suppose, land the plane, because I know I'm going off topic a lot because there's a lot going on here in terms of distractions. Along the way, since this year, been to four different countries. I tried different ways of making money. I created a business which is like an online business, which was a reception service for clinics like dentists, aesthetics. Long story short, that did well, but just not good enough. It wasn't earning enough money, and we weren't getting the demands which we thought we would. I think mainly the reason was with these type of businesses, they are looking to grow. They're not looking to cut costs at the moment, so there just wasn't a demand. So we've had to pivot. Well, I've had to pivot for sure. So yeah, back in between Albania and Paraguay, I got a job as like an online salesperson in a way. It's called a setter. Basically what I do is I set up appointments for people to book in. It's for like an info product company. So that gave me a little bit of income. It wasn't much. It wasn't, to be honest with you, very good pay. I think it was roughly $1,500 a month. There was like bonuses on top, but because of just how it was run, it just wasn't very good. So yeah, I did that for about 3-4 months, which paid for my expenses, my debts and things like that. But that has come to an end. And now I'm on a different journey. I'm back on building businesses. So right now I am currently helping my girlfriend pivot her remote receptionist business into more like a online marketing agency, which is getting a lot more traction. Essentially, instead of like cutting costs for people now, is we are helping them grow, which follow where the demand is. So that's what we're doing at the moment. And then also I have decided to start a software company, which I'll go into a bit more detail in another video. But that's where I am at now, currently in Argentina. And that's what I'm trying to do. In terms of my financial kind of situation, I still have savings, I still have debts, but I'm getting a little bit closer to the empty on the tank, but it's nothing to worry about now. It's not flashing red just yet. So I've got a little while to bring in some income before it gets a little bit desperate. But don't worry, my girlfriend, she's fine. She's got savings too. But I don't want to touch anything of hers, which, anyway, I don't know why I'm sharing all this with you, but honestly, this is just the life of what I'm doing. But yeah, in terms of my happiness and things like that, oh my gosh, like through the roof. Again, check this out, 1 second. See, in Argentina, they have these really cool kind of artworks just in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, this is what you get in places in Latin America, just really nice wall, what's the word? Not memorials, but anyway, you get them. And then let me show you again what it looks like in terms of the streets. Really nice streets here where we are. But anyway, coming back to things. So where was I? So yeah, starting an online business, okay financially for now, just need to bring in extra revenue. So yeah, just so I don't have to come back home, essentially. But yeah, there's other things in the pipeline that is coming up which will help. The only thing is I can't talk about it for legal reasons, which is a little bit weird, because I'd love to talk about it. Nothing dodgy, don't worry, but yeah, it's just a situation that I'm in. But in terms of what you can learn from this, I know I've gone around the houses and things like that. Number one, just do it. Obviously, have a bit of savings so you're not stressed. You don't want to be getting jobs out here. You want to get online work, earn money in dollars or pounds or, any kind of first world countries like Australia, Canada, and then, use that money and come to a lower cost country. So you can get more for your money. Again, it's lower cost compared to what I'm used to. I appreciate there's some trolls online that go, it's not that cheap, people. Yeah, I get it. Like, it's all comparison, right? It's cheap for what I'm used to, but obviously not cheap for people that live here in South America. But anyway, so yeah, utilize that arbitrage of making money in a stronger currency and bringing it to somewhere like here in Argentina. And go from there. Again, not financial advice either. I'm not a financial advisor in case somebody is trying to trip me up. And yeah, also you have to be prepared to pivot in terms of where you go, how you earn your money, what you do, where you live, what the plans are. A lot has changed within the year. You know, we weren't planning to come to Argentina when we first started this journey. The only thing I had lined up was North Macedonia and Albania. And then, yeah, we've somehow managed to find ourselves in South America and Argentina. And then we're going to be back in Europe for a little while because we have other commitments we have to go into there. And yeah, the other thing would be, when it comes to income, definitely do something that you can make money online. Because if it wasn't for, let me just show you this kind of street here. Yeah, very cool streets. It's yeah, so you definitely try and make your money online. That is the key to success, I believe, in this kind of lifestyle. If it wasn't for being able to get like a remote job, I would be a lot closer to the empty on the financial tank. And yeah, what's gone wrong? I'm trying to think what's gone wrong. Probably, obviously, one of the businesses didn't work out exactly how I wanted it to, which is fine. Not dramatic. Luckily, we've had no health issues or scares, so that's helped for things not going wrong. Yeah, in all honesty, it's kind of been smooth sailing for most parts, which, yeah, literally touch wood, touching a tree here. Yeah, it's been really helpful in terms of this kind of lifestyle. But looking back, if I was to, you know, if I was to look back, I would have done this a lot sooner when I was a lot younger. Yeah, especially knowing where the direction of the UK is going and things like that. Yeah, I wish I had the foresight to do something like this. Now, the only thing that I think, if I wasn't with my girlfriend or whatever, it would have been a lot more lonely. So if you are planning to do this and you're single or whatever, find someone that is, yeah, prepared to go on the journey with you. So especially if you don't speak the language, which I don't here in Argentina. Spanish, I'm learning, but I'm nowhere near fluent at all, far from it. Yeah, having someone that you can talk with, so it's not just always online friends, that's a key thing. But anyway, yeah, that's just my very quick 1-year anniversary. Going forward, I want to talk more about business finances, less about slating the UK. I'm kind of sick of that. I know it gets views, but it's something I'm not interested in anymore because I'm out, basically, for now. I'm out, so I don't need to be dissing the UK. And again, I've got nothing that much against the UK other than the weather and the cost of living. That was the two main things of why I left. Everything else, of course, is all the other disadvantages of the UK, sure, but they were the two main ones for me. But yeah, if this video, if you found it helpful and you want more kind of, yeah, I suppose, thoughts like this and ideas and something to learn from, then obviously, you know, click like. And if you want to follow along the journey of how hopefully I can make a lot of money to be completely free, then yeah, please subscribe. Be interested to be interested to see what happens next. So right, anyway, take care.